Hi everyone, it's Kava as always. Recently, new crafts were discovered in our game that at first glance look very interesting and very expensive. Today, we'll take a detailed look at how much this craft costs and whether this content will be available to regular players or only affordable for a few. Before we start the video, I'd like to ask you to subscribe to the channel, since more than 50% of the channel's viewers watch videos without subscribing. Your support is the best motivation to make new videos. Let's go. The recipe looks like this: 5 titanium, 1 deep powder, 1 special ingredient from killing the new labyrinth boss, and also shards of the gatekeeper hero. Let's start with the first ingredient, gatekeeper shards. You can obtain them by reaching floor 126 in the God's Labyrinth and scoring 555 million points. To reach that threshold, players will need 16k battle keys, assuming all bosses are killed with normal attacks. Considering that players are given 8 free attacks per day, the number of required keybi drops to 9k. So to get the first craft ingredient, players need to spend at least 9k keybi, but in reality, that number can be much higher. Moving on. Now about titanium. It can be obtained by placing in the top ranks of the league, from 1st to 25th. For the craft, you'll need shards of all 4 titans, plus a regular anvil and 10 adamantine ingots. By staying in the top 25 for 4 consecutive weeks, a player can get 10 titanium, enough for 2 crafts. Finishing in the top 10 yields 20 titanium, top 3, 40 titanium, and top 1, 80 titanium. The second way to get titanium is from chests in the God's Labyrinth. In a week, a player can collect on average up to 300 ore, which is enough for 12 titanium. But this method is for those who can fully complete the God's Labyrinth, so the titanium amount decreases proportionally with the levels completed in the labyrinth. Gathering titanium through the league is less about cost, though on many old servers players ask for several hundred voids for top spots. It's more about time, since full collection of shards even through top 25 takes 4 weeks. Thus, in 4 weeks, a player can obtain 10 titanium, enough for only 2 crafts. Long, but cheap. Moving on. The next ingredient is deep powder. To get it, you need to fight the craft bosses of the labyrinth, such as Eye of the Depth and Tree and Stone. You can watch what these bosses are and how to kill them in the short section on my channel. To craft deep powder, you need 3 deep bones, 10 void liquid, and 2 kb. Kb is clear. To get void liquid, you must first craft void dust, then mix it with blender's potions and soul purifiers. From 1 void, you can get between 64 and 144 liquid. And the hardest to get ingredient is deep bones. This item drops as a reward for killing those craft bosses. The craft requires 3 deep bones, and given their drop chance of 1 in 4, a player needs to kill at least 9 summons. Let's consider the cost of crafting both summons. Tree and Stone. To craft it, you need 20 unicorn milk, which drops from Flatron bosses and can be obtained as rewards from Royal Hunt in Lair mode. 25 Scrolls of Wisdom, which drop from level 1 folders, their craft you can see on your screen. 1 Peach Seed, which is the 4th boss in the Matryoshka sequence, and an empty stone. This ingredient is available in Siege mode during the Vegetable event and the Easter event. It drops as a reward for killing the Balance Coin summon. The chance to receive this stone is 1 in 4. To open chests with these stones, a player must craft a golden key, which requires coins obtained by killing bosses such as Fire Eye, Oracle Feather, Horn of Anarchy, and Fate Coin. Those crafts are quite expensive, and far from all players can afford them. Second summon, Eye of the Depths. To craft it, you need 1 Tear of the Gods, which is given as a reward for killing the boss on the 500th floor of the Labyrinth of the Gods. 20 Unicorn Milk, 25 Careless Spell Scrolls, which drop while clearing levels, and 15 Void Dust. And considering you need to defeat at least 9 summons, the crafting cost looks fairly expensive. Finally, the secret ingredient. This resource drops for defeating new bosses in the Labyrinth of the Gods. These battles can be quite difficult and may require anywhere from 1 to an infinite number of kb. For example, a boss named Pikelik, who, upon appearing in the labyrinth, forced many players to spend all their accumulated resources. The chance to obtain the required ingredient is 1 in 4, so besides a successful battle, you'll need a bit of luck to get the needed ingredient. Collecting all the required ingredients grants 25 shards of a secret hero who has not yet been added to the game. This craft will not be available to all players, given the resources needed to obtain it. But that means the heroes obtained from these crafts will be very useful to players. That brings this video to an end. This was Kava. See you in the comments and in the next video.